frustrated, exhausted, and helpless. That's how many parents feel about dealing with their child who has morphed from their sweet little baby into a temper tantrum throwing tyrant. Author of Why Is My Child in Charge? A Roadmap to End Power Struggles, Increase Cooperation, and Find Joy in Parenting Young Children, and child development specialist and clinician Claire Lerner joins us now. Thank you so much for joining us. How are you?
Good. Thanks so much for having me.
Of course. So why are parents' attempts at making their children behave ineffective? What's going wrong?
Well, exactly that. You know, one of the most humbling things about being a parent that nobody warns you about is that you actually have zero control over your child, right? They're a human being. Like, they are the only ones who decide what comes out of their mouths, what they do with their bodies, whether they're going to cooperate with the rule and give up the iPad when you say iPad time is over. Those are all things only they control. And so when parents are trying to threaten or bribe or force a child to behave, it usually results in a protracted power struggle when parents make a really important mind shift, which is that they can't control their child, but what they can do is control the situation by the loving limits they set. Then everything changes for the better for everybody.
Okay, so controlling the situation, because there are times when parents need their children to behave. And a lot of parents might just be thinking, okay, my child must be trolling me. Are kids doing this on purpose?
Right. So another important mind shift is that kids are not misbehaving on purpose. Really, when they're having a hard time cooperating or managing their big emotions, a primary reason for that, especially with young children, is that their brains are not developed in sort of the frontal cortex, the part of the brain where children learn to manage their emotions and their impulse control. It's in the most rudimentary stages of development in the early years. And so really what they're doing is reacting based on impulses and emotions. And once parents recognize that the child isn't misbehaving on purpose, they're much better positioned to do something like this.
Okay.
It's time.
And Claire, I'm so sorry we're out of time, but give us some information where we can find your book so we can find some information for parents to learn how to de-escalate tantrums and learn to control the situation.
Anywhere you buy a book, you can find the book by Googling it. You can follow me at Lerner Child Development. I've got lots of content, including the book, and it's a great way to access everything I have to offer in terms of supporting parents.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.